This is Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger coming to you live from the mean streets of Oakland, where I'm doing the Thizzle dance. It is the Hyphy Hour with DJ Matt Werner.
Also, I was wondering, do you want to talk anything about the Michael Cera beef?
Well, you mentioned a little bit that you have kind of, not necessarily a beef with this actor from Hollywood, but you get that you're a lookalike of him a lot. I get it as well. His name is Michael Cera. He's been in Juno, he's been in Superbad, Arrested Development, Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. And I want to be the first ever MC to have beef, not with another badass MC, but with an endearingly awkward actor. So I'm beefing officially with Michael Cera because we share endearingly awkward mannerisms and a similar weak jawline. And I have a diss track that mentions him at the end, and I think that you're going to share that in a second. But anyway, I don't hate the guy. I just think that you know who you're dealing with by your enemies. And I wouldn't call him my enemy, but he's somebody who, I may have rubbed him the wrong way. I'm not sure. I haven't talked to the guy. But I think that he's feeling threatened by me, and I felt it was important to respond.
The 10 best rappers is a list of me. I exist to be the greatest rapper in history. Built a time machine from Flavor's clock and a saddle. Taught Plato to rap and then kicked his ass in a battle. I'm the best rapper alive, who gets mistaken for Michael Cera everywhere that he drives. Michael Cera, you weren't so super bad when I was riding you around Rodeo yelling, "Who's your dad?"
Don't be a girly man. Tune in to DJ Matt Werner with the Hyphy Hour, live on Fresh Air.
Wow. So this is kind of like a Eminem Cannabis kind of thing.
It's more intense than that. It's more serious. Eminem and Cannabis, they're not as serious as I am. That's the only way I can look at it. I just have reached the end of my rope with it, and I had to express myself creatively. It's one of those situations where I sat down and I boiled over with fury, and it went through my fingertips and onto the page, out of my mouth and into the mic, and this is what came out.
So basically, you had already developed this style, this shtick, and then this guy, Michael Cera, came along and just sort of took it. It's like this sort of Hollywood talent agency. Oh, there's this guy, George Watsky. He has this great act, and so we're just going to take it and then give it to this Canadian guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It may have been what happened, but I'm willing to believe that he was far enough away in Canada that he wasn't actually exposed to any kind of mainstream media. Def Poetry actually came out with my poem V for Virgin before Superbad, the movie, but then there were a lot of people that thought that I stole the idea from Superbad, when really the idea is just to explore high school virginity, which is a universal theme that a lot of people have had to deal with in the past, unless they lost their virginity in 8th grade, which, if you did that, congratulations. But anyway, I don't know if he stole it from me. It's indeed highly possible that he did, that he's a huge fan of my work and decided to, build his career off it. But there's also a slight possibility that that's not exactly what happened.
This is intriguing. But yeah, personally, I'm a radio personality, so people don't really see me, but I also get mistaken quite a bit for Michael Cera as well. So, but yeah, I thought I'd plug, if you want to see some Juno-related videos, I made 5 short films to Juno 2, Polly Bleeker Goes to Hollywood, starring the real Michael Cera. And you can find these at www.youtube.com/TheRealMichaelCera. And there's 5 interesting videos up there that you guys can enjoy.
Heard of these videos, The Real Michael Cera. I've heard that they're incredible, so everyone should check them out. I haven't seen them yet, but I'll just speak on what I know about Michael Cera. I love him. I'm a huge fan. He's wildly talented. He is a great actor. He picks great projects, which is, half the battle for being successful in Hollywood. He's got an extremely expressive facial range. His reactions are honest and truthful, and I think he's a wonderful actor. I'm a huge fan.
This is Dr. Phil telling you that it's your best interest to listen to the Hyphy Hour with DJ Matt Werner.
I'm George Watsky, and you are listening to the Hella Hyphy Hour, hosted by DJ Matt Werner, only on Fresh Air.
Where do you see yourself going? Like, do you see yourself going with the fast, like, hip-hop, gritty style, or now more into the acting, screenplay writing, theater?
across all of the stuff, playwriting, music, poetry, what I want to be really consistent is work with a sense of humor with a serious purpose. So I'm not really interested in monotonously serious, tragic work that doesn't have the ability to poke fun in itself. And I'm also not interested in slapstick comedic work that doesn't have an underlying serious message. So, I mean, I think that movies like Superbad and are deep philosophical work that have, you know, a comedic delivery. But I'm really interested in doing stuff like that, speaking of themes like loneliness, feelings of not being accepted. These are things that I feel like I can deal with comedy in a serious way across all media. I want to be able to take these things that have been weaknesses for me or have made me feel weak in the past and use them as weapons on stage, use them as things that I can use to empower myself and empower the people who can relate to them by claiming it as something that we shouldn't be ashamed of, like being a virgin in high school, having a lisp, feeling lonely. Like, these aren't things that you can control or should necessarily want to control.
So if people want to hear George Watsky use words as weapons on stage, where can they see you? I see you have quite a few tour dates lined up.
You can check out all this stuff on my website, www.georgewatsky.com. Just got a new site built, and there's a photo gallery, a gig calendar, a link to my YouTube, Facebook, MySpace pages. That's the best place. It's comprehensive. There's a store, there's a bio, and yeah, georgewatsky.com, GeorgeWatsky.
I think you're on the threshold for greatness.
I hope so. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm moving to LA in a year, so we'll see what happens.
So thank you very much, George Watsky, for joining DJ Matt Werner in the Hella Hyphy Hour.
Well, it was a pleasure and an honor to be included.
You have been listening to Fresh Air the Alternative, University of Edinburgh Student Radio. Thank you, and good night.